Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to my next video. For this one, we are going to look at the Fullmetal Alchemist OVAs and specials, aka the 4 Coma Theater, the 2003 series OVAs, and the Brotherhood specials. Now, while I will give my thoughts on these, this isn't exactly a review, as even put together, they, in my eyes, don't have enough material for a full review. Also, I won't be covering Fullmetal Alchemist Reflections, which is a recap of the 2003 series, as I find it kind of pointless. With that said, let's begin. First, we will start with the 4 Coma Theater, which is about 16 little shorts. I think the 4 Coma Theater was Brotherhood's answer to the 4-panel omakes of the manga, which were humorous situations involving the characters. That's basically what the 4 Coma Theater is, as, well, just animated. I originally didn't think these were made by the creators. I was surprised by this, honestly. That aside, it's very hit or miss. Sometimes you get double over laughing, other times it's very dull. This is a problem because there are multiple skits in an episode, and you may need to get past 1 or 2 dull ones to get to a funny one. However, when it is funny, it's really funny. Overall, if you're a die-hard fan of the franchise, I recommend it. If not, I'd skip it. Now, when it comes to the 2003 series OVAs, I'll be covering them individually, as they are too different to talk about as a whole. Now on to the first OVA, Alchemists vs. Homunculi. I have no idea what to think of this one. It feels like one big fight scene and that's it. It feels very out of place even though it's non-canon. It's not bad, but I think it could have been better, unless you're a really die-hard fan of the series, and even then, I'd skip this one. Next up is the second OVA, Chibi Party. It's there. Beyond pointing out nitpicks of Conquer of Shambhala and trying to be humorous, it's not much to talk about. I'd skip this one, even if you're a die-hard fan. Now, with the third and final OVA, Kids, I find it not that bad. It has minimal dialogue and provides a possible future for post-Shambhala. However, its continuity is questionable at best, non-canon at worst. Either way, it's an okay OVA. If you're a fan of FMA, check it out. Now, like with the OVAs, I'm going to look at all 4 of the Brotherhood specials separately. First up, let's go with The Blind Alchemist. For what it is, it's pretty decent, and I didn't mind it. I wish it was longer personally and a bit more fleshed out, but for what it is, it's fine. If you're an FMA fan, I recommend it. Next up is Simple People. It's completely pointless! All it does is answer why Winry has piercings and Riza has long hair. That's about it. These are things I didn't think needed answering personally. If you're interested, then sure, go ahead and see it. Otherwise, I'd skip it. Next is Tale of the Teacher. This gives Izumi a little more backstory, which I like, but it suffers from the same problem the Blind Alchemist suffered from. It needed to be longer and more fleshed out. But while it was basically a short story, this is a well-known character backstory, which hurts it more in my opinion. If you want to see Izumi's past, then I guess I recommend it, but it could have been done a lot better. Lastly, there is Yet Another Man's Battlefield. This short is actually really good. It gives more insight into Roy and Hughes' past and characters. My only problem is, again, it feels a bit too short, and there are a few moments that could have been fleshed out more. However, for what we were given, it is actually really good, and I actually, out of all of the OVAs and specials, this is probably the one I'd recommend the most. Overall, most of the specials aren't really worth your time. While Yet Another Man's Battlefield was good, if not great, and the 4 Coma Theater had its really good moments, the rest are hit or miss at best, pointless at worst. If you want to watch them, then by all means go ahead, but otherwise, I just watch both series instead. Anyways, that's all for me. This has been Star 6 Wars 1, and we'll see you guys next time.